We begin tonight with breaking news. Crews have found the wreckage of a Navy jet that crashed east of Mount Rainier. Thank you for joining us for the news at 6. I'm Sabir Rayford.
And I'm David Rose. While the crash site has been located, the crew members on board have not yet been found. Here's the latest information just into our newsroom. The crew is made up of 2 people, the pilot and a naval flight officer who is in control of the electronics. The U.S. Navy is sending crews to secure the remote area of the crash site. It is not accessible by car. Fox 13's Lauren Donovan joining us from Whidbey Island after speaking with an aviation expert about these kinds of jets and how they work.
If you've been on Whidbey Island and driven through Oak Harbor, you've definitely seen these 2 retired jets stationed out front of the base. These are called Prowlers, and at one point they were the top dogs of electronic warfare. That is until the Growler was built by Boeing in the early 2000s and replaced it. The Growler has been dubbed the king of aviation warfare. So how does a plane with such advanced technology on just a routine mission go down?
The Growler is really an F-18 Super Hornet. 90% of it is exactly the same as the Blue Angels.
Aviation expert Mike Dunlop says strip the blue paint, throw in some advanced electronic warfare capabilities as displayed in this Boeing video, like jamming enemy radar, and you've got yourself a Growler.
It's the Top Gun airplane that's out there.
Zapping correspondents, this elite U.S. fighting force is concentrated here at the Whidbey Island Naval Air Base.
I think probably the most advanced jet fighter for interception of communications.
But somehow, a routine training Tuesday afternoon went seriously wrong. Radar shows us one of these Growlers went down in remote Forest Service lands east of Mount Rainier and hasn't been heard from since.
They try and find remote spots for training, particularly when you're doing low altitude flying.
Crashing in an isolated area like that will prove problematic for rescue crews, says retired Air Force Airman John Nance.
Well, you've got an aircraft that if it flew into terrain at probably 250 or 300 knots, it's going to punch a small hole and you're not going to find a lot of stuff looking at snow.
Weather is another obstacle. We've seen fog and rain in the lowlands, but this happened not far from White Pass, where snow fell overnight. Naval reconnaissance and choppers are overhead searching as ground crews prepare to set out on foot. That's where Doug McCall from Seattle Mountain Rescue comes in.
I think we have mountain rescue teams responding from across the state.
Enlisting alpinists and climbers, they'll have to brave steep terrain to track down this lost crew.
We're all volunteers.
Rescue or recovery.
And it must have happened very quickly because the F-18 has a great ejection system, and you normally can activate that very quickly.
This tragedy has left aviation experts calling for answers.
Well, I hope they find the real root cause and not just come up with pilot error. There has to be a reason.
Reporting in Oak Harbor, Lauren Donovan, Fox 13 News.
The Growler that went down is part of Electronic Attack Squadron 130, nicknamed the Zappers. It's the oldest electronic warfare squadron in the U.S. Navy. While they deploy from the aircraft carrier USS Dwight D. Eisenhower, Whidbey Island is home. The island's deep ties to the unit were all over Facebook today as people posted hundreds of comments voicing support and concern in response to Naval Station Whidbey Island's announcement that the plane had gone down. Approximately 11,000 people work on the base, which supports nearly 20,000 family members and veterans in and around Island County.